Most people think they know exactly how to catch the heart of a lion. They read the magazines and they tell you to wear bright red. They tell you to shower him with constant, shallow compliments. They tell you to just step back and let him be the boss of everything. But those people are looking at a circus lion, a creature performing for treats. They aren't looking at a king in his natural habitat. A Leo man is the sun made of flesh, blood, and bone. He is a walking, breathing explosion of creative energy, fierce pride, and a deeply hidden, almost childlike vulnerability. He doesn't just want a girlfriend or a partner to pass the time. He is searching for a queen to rule an empire beside him. He wants a woman who can stand in the center of his intense heat without melting or losing her own shape. He is looking for a specific frequency, a soul-level vibration that says, I am your equal, and I am not afraid of your roar. Today, we are going to go where few dare to travel, deep into the secret, guarded heart of the lion. We are going to look at the 20 psychological requirements a Leo man has for the woman he truly chooses for life. Most of these are things he would never, ever tell you out loud, because his pride is too great and he wants you to just know by instinct. We are going to explore why he secretly tests your loyalty, why he is quietly obsessed with your public image, and why he desperately needs you to be the anchor for his spinning world. And for those of you who stay with me until the very end of our journey today, I am going to share the solar secret. This is the one thing, the single most important psychological trait that makes a Leo man stop looking at everyone else and commit his entire life to you. If you have this, he will be your protector until his last breath. If you don't, his fire will eventually wander away to find another source. Let's start at the edge of the royal forest. Let's start with the things he is watching when you think he's looking at himself. 20. The spotlight test. The very first thing a Leo man looks for, often within the first 10 minutes of meeting you, is how you handle the light. He is a natural performer, ruled by the sun. When he walks into a room, the energy shifts. People look up. He wants to know, do you shrink and disappear when the attention is on us? Or do you glow alongside him? He is looking for a woman who has her own internal, unshakable spotlight. He doesn't want to have to carry you into the social world like a burden. He wants you to walk in and command immediate respect, just by the way you hold your chin and the way you meet a stranger's eyes. If you are too shy, too insecure, or too afraid to be seen, the lion will eventually feel like his own light is being dimmed by your shadow. He wants a partner who can share the stage, not someone who hides behind the curtain. 19. The law of unshakable loyalty. To a Leo man, loyalty is not a nice suggestion or a social contract. It is a fundamental law of the universe. He is looking for a woman who is Team Leo 100% of the time, without exception. This means you never, ever make fun of him or mock him in front of other people, even if it's just a little joke to break the ice. To his royal heart, even a small public jab feels like a profound betrayal of the pride. He wants a woman who will defend his honor in public like a lioness and save any corrections or criticisms for a private conversation behind closed doors. He needs to know that when he turns his back to the world, you are the one standing there with a shield. 18. The appreciation of the extra. A Leo man does nothing halfway. He does everything with flair. When he takes you to dinner, he hasn't just picked a restaurant. He has picked the specific table with the best view. When he buys you a gift, it isn't just an object. It is something he spent hours thinking about, wrapped in the perfect paper. He is looking for a woman who notices the extra. If you treat his grand gestures as if they are normal or expected, his heart will begin to freeze. He needs to see the genuine sparkle in your eyes. He needs to hear you say, wow, I can't believe you thought of that detail. He isn't being vain or shallow. He is looking for emotional confirmation that his love language, which is the language of grand generosity, is being heard and valued by his queen. 17. Visual harmony and the power of image. Let's be honest, Leo is the sign of high aesthetics. He is ruled by the sun, and the sun illuminates every detail. He is looking for a woman who takes a deep, personal pride in her physical appearance. This doesn't mean you have to be a runway model. It means you have to have a look, a sense of style that says you respect yourself. He watches the details, your hair, your scent, the way your clothes fit your energy. He views his partner as a direct reflection of his own taste and his own status. He wants to feel a surge of pride every time he walks down a street or into a gala with you on his arm. He is looking for a woman who understands that image is not vanity, it is a form of social and personal power. 16, the independent fire. The biggest mistake a woman can make when trying to keep a Leo man is becoming a follower. A true lion does not respect a shadow. He is looking for a woman who has her own independent life, her own burning passions, and her own internal fire. He wants to see you excited about your own career, your own art, or your own goals. If you make him your entire world, if you wait by the phone for his call and have nothing else going on, he will quickly feel smothered and bored. He wants to chase you a little bit, even 20 years into the marriage. He needs to know that if he were to disappear for a day, you would still be a bright, radiant star in your own right. He wants a partner, not a fan. 15, the soft landing. Behind all the gold watches, the expensive cars, and the loud, booming laughter, every Leo man is secretly a little boy who is terrified that he isn't actually good enough to be king. He is looking for a woman who can see through the golden mask. He needs what I call a soft landing at the end of a hard day. He wants a woman who can hold him when he is exhausted and tell him, "I see how hard you worked. You did great today. You are enough for me." He is looking for a sanctuary where he doesn't have to perform or be the great Leo. If you can be the one person in the world who sees his hidden vulnerability and protects it rather than judging it, he will be yours until the end of time. 14, the intellectual match. A Leo man is a fixed sign. This means his mind is solid and he can be incredibly stubborn. He is looking for a woman who can stimulate his intellect and challenge his assumptions. He doesn't want a yes woman who just nods at everything he says. He wants a battle of wits. He wants to be genuinely impressed by your brain and your perspective. He is looking for a woman who can teach him something he didn't know, someone who has a unique take on the world. He wants a queen who can sit at the strategy table with him and help him plan his next big move in the world. To him, a sharp mind is the most attractive curve a woman has. 13, the abundant heart. The lion is the most naturally generous sign in the entire zodiac. He gives with both hands, often to a fault. He is looking for a woman who carries that same big heart. He watches you closely, not just how you treat him, but how you treat the waiter who got the order wrong, how you treat your friends when they are struggling, and how you treat people who can do absolutely nothing for you. If he sees you being stingy, petty, or mean-spirited, he will lose romantic interest instantly. He wants a woman who lives in a state of abundance. He wants to build a shared life based on giving and receiving joy. He is looking for a partner who believes that the more light you give away, the more you have. 12, the playful heart. A Leo man is an eternal child at heart. He loves to play, he loves to laugh, and he loves to be silly. He's looking for a woman who hasn't lost her inner girl. He wants someone who can be ridiculous with him, someone who loves spontaneous adventures, and someone who refuses to take life too seriously all the time. If you are too heavy, too serious, or too focused on the rules, you will eventually make his fire go out. He sees life as a grand playground, and he is looking for a playmate who can match his energy and his zest for life. He wants to laugh until his ribs hurt. 11, the protective instinct. He is the natural protector, but he also has a deep, secret need to feel protected by his queen. He is looking for a woman who has his back when the world gets cold. If someone speaks ill of him in the community or at work, he wants to know that you were the very first one to stand up and shut that conversation down. He is looking for a woman who protects his secrets, his weaknesses, and his reputation as if they were her own. This creates a deep, primal bond that no other sign can match. When he knows his pride, his inner life is safe with you. He can truly let his guard down and love you with everything he has. 10, the brand partner. A Leo man watches with a sharp eye how you handle yourself in high-pressure social situations. He is looking for what I call royal grace. He wants a woman who knows how to navigate a difficult social conversation, how to dress for a high-stakes occasion, and how to make people feel important and comfortable. To him, social grace is not just a skill. It is a sign of high character and inner strength. He wants a woman who makes him look better just by being at his side. He is looking for a brand partner for his life's mission. He wants the world to look at the two of you and see a power couple that cannot be stopped. 9, physical affection. A Leo man is a very physical, tactile creature. He needs touch like he needs air. He is looking for a woman who is naturally, effortlessly affectionate. He wants the hand-holding under the table, the unexpected hugs from behind, and the constant physical closeness. To him, physical touch is not just about sex. It is a form of solar recharging. If you are cold, distant, or overly formal with your body, he will eventually feel abandoned and unloved. He needs to feel the literal warmth of your skin to feel connected to you. He is looking for a woman who isn't afraid to show her passion and her desire for him. 8, the strength to stand up to him. Because he is a king, a Leo man will naturally try to take over the space. He will try to dominate the plans, the conversations, and the direction of the relationship. He is secretly looking for a woman who has the courage to say no to him. He needs someone who can set firm, clear boundaries. If you let him walk all over you, or if you become a doormat just to keep him happy, he will eventually lose all respect for you. He wants to know that you are strong enough to handle his big, sometimes overwhelming personality. He respects the woman who can look him in the eye and tell him when he is being a beast instead of a king. 7, the optimistic vibration. Leo is the sign of the sun, the light of the world. Psychologically, they have a natural allergy to darkness, constant complaining, and low vibes. He is looking for a woman who sees the glass as half full and then looks for ways to fill it more. If you are a negative Nancy, or if you spend your precious time gossiping and pointing out the flaws in everyone else, he will eventually run away to find a brighter light. He wants to be around radiance. He is looking for a woman who brings a sense of hope, energy, and can-do spirit into every room she enters. He wants to feel like the future is a golden opportunity when he is standing with you. 6, the grounded queen. Let's be real for a moment. Leo men can be a bit dramatic. They feel their emotions at a very high volume. When they are happy, they are the happiest men on earth. When they feel slighted or hurt, it is a grand tragedy. He is looking for a woman who doesn't get overwhelmed or infected by his big emotions. He needs someone who can stay calm, grounded, and slightly amused while he is having his dramatic moments. He's looking for a stable center for his spinning, fiery world. If you can stay cool while he is performing his pain or his joy, you become the most valuable and stabilizing anchor in his entire life. 5, shared ambition. He wants to go far in life. He wants the big career, the big impact, and the big recognition. He's looking for a woman who has her own empire in mind. He wants to sit up late at night and talk about the future, the big things you will achieve together, the legacy you will leave, and the heights you will reach. If you are content with just getting by or living a small, quiet life without ambition, he will eventually feel like you don't truly understand his soul. He is looking for a power couple dynamic. He wants to know that you are just as hungry for greatness as he is. He wants to build a kingdom, not just a house. For the code of honor, a Leo man lives by a strict internal code. He believes in honor, he believes in honesty, and he believes in doing the right thing, even when it's the hard thing. He is looking for a woman who shares that same moral compass. If he catches you in a lie, or sees you doing something manipulative or unethical to get ahead, the golden pedestal he put you on will crumble into dust instantly. He must respect the woman he loves, or he cannot love her at all. He is looking for integrity. He wants to know that your word is as solid and as valuable as 24-karat gold. 3, the electric spark. He is looking for that something extra that don't know what. It's not just about traditional beauty, it's about your vibe. He wants a woman who has a natural warmth, a sense of humor, and a magnetic presence. He wants people to be naturally drawn to you when you walk into a room. Why? Because as the king, it makes him feel like he won the best prize in the world. He's looking for a woman who is electric. He wants to feel a literal spark of pride and attraction every single time you walk through the door. He wants to be your biggest fan. 2, the home for the real man. The world is always judging the lion. People call him arrogant, they call him selfish, and they call him a show-off. He is looking for a woman who can see his true soft heart through all that noise. He wants a woman who accepts his flaws, his stubbornness, his need for praise, his occasional vanity, and loves him exactly as he is. He needs to know that when he is with you, he doesn't have to be the king, he can just be a man. He is looking for a love that doesn't try to change him into someone else, but instead refines him into the best version of himself. He wants to be known and he wants to be loved anyway. 1, the radiance of the mirror. We have reached the absolute heart of the lion's lifelong search. The number 1 thing a Leo man looks for, the thing that keeps him hooked, loyal, and obsessed for a lifetime, is a woman who acts as a radiant mirror to his highest possible self. A Leo man is constantly, sometimes exhaustingly, trying to live up to the image of the great king. He has a vision in his mind of who he wants to be, generous, powerful, protective, and deeply loved. But the reality is that he often fails. He gets insecure, he gets lazy. He gets arrogant and pushes people away. The woman he will stay with forever is the woman who looks at him and sees the gold, even when he feels like a lump of lead. He is looking for a woman who looks at him in his darkest hour and says, I know you're tired and I know you're human, but I haven't forgotten how great you are. I still see the king in you. When you believe in his greatness more than he believes in himself, you become his solar source. He becomes emotionally addicted to the way he feels when he is in your presence. You aren't just his partner, you are his inspiration. If you can hold the vision of his highest self while also keeping your own fire burning bright, you are the woman he will spend his entire life trying to protect, provide for, and worship. You become his solar queen and he will never let you go. The architecture of the lines here. Now that we have explored the 20 requirements, let's talk about the maintenance of a Leo man. Loving a lion is a beautiful, high-energy journey, but it is not for the faint of heart or the emotionally lazy. To truly love a lion and keep him happy, you must be a fire sign at heart, regardless of what your birth certificate says. You must be willing to live your life out loud. A Leo man needs what I call nervous system validation. When you tell him he looks handsome or that he handled a business deal with incredible skill, it literally calms his heart rate and stabilizes his mood. But here's the secret. The compliment must be true and specific. He is a master at sensing fake flattery energy. Don't just say, you're great. Say, I loved how you stood up for your team today. It showed so much character. The more specific the praise, the more it feeds his soul. You are feeding the king, and in return, he will feed you with a level of devotion and protection that most signs only dream of. The mystery of the prowl explained. Never forget that although he is a king, he is still a cat. And what do cats need more than anything? They need affection, but they also need to be left alone to prowl. If you try to keep a Leo man on a short leash, if you check his phone, question his every move, or try to isolate him from his kingdom, he will become a depressed, angry, and eventually unfaithful creature. He needs to go out into the world and roar in his own way. He needs his pride of friends. He needs his hobbies and his public victories. Your job as his queen is to be the sacred home he returns to after the battle. The more freedom and trust you give him to be his full, loud self, the more he will choose to stay by your side. He doesn't want to be tamed, he wants to be partnered. If the home you build is full of light and respect, he will never have a reason to look outside the walls. Let's talk about the evolution of the lion. A Leo man in his 20s is a very different beast than a Leo man in his 40s or 50s. If you are dating a young lion, you have to be ready for the ego years. He is looking for the trophy, the prettiest girl in the room, the fastest car, and the most external noise. He's all about validation. You have to be patient with his need to show off. However, a mature lion, the one who has had his Saturn return, is looking for legacy and depth. He cares much less about what the crowd thinks and much more about how he feels when he walks through his own front door. He is looking for the queen who can help him build something that outlasts both of you. He is looking for stability and a woman who has shown her loyalty through the storms of life. Regardless of his age, he's always looking for heart. Leo rules the heart. If you speak from your heart, if you love with your heart, and if you live with your heart, the Leo man will find you across a crowded room. You don't have to hunt him. The sun always finds the flowers that are facing the light. Here's the 3 signs he has found the one. How do you know if all your light and loyalty has worked? How do you know if you are the one he has been searching for his whole life? When he includes you in his global brand. He stops saying I and starts saying we in almost every conversation about the future. He takes you to his most important business meetings, his secret projects, and his most intimate family events. He wants the entire world to know that you are his and he belongs to you. 2, he becomes your total provider. Even if you are a successful woman who makes more money than him, a Leo man who is in love will find ways to provide. He will fix your car before you ask. He will bring you your favorite food when you're stressed. And he will handle the difficult phone calls you hate. He needs to feel useful and powerful for you. 3, he shows you his crying face. This is the ultimate test. When a Leo man cries in front of you or tells you about his deepest, most embarrassing failure from 10 years ago, you have officially won his heart for life. He only shows his soft underbelly to the one woman he trusts with his very existence. If he shows you his shame, he is yours forever. The power of rotating spotlights. If you have a Leo man in your life, I want to give you one piece of royal advice that will save your relationship 1,000 times over. Do not compete for the same spotlight at the same time. If you both try to be the center of attention in the same way, you will eventually clash and burn each other out. Instead, learn the ancient art of rotating spotlights. One night is his night to roar, to tell the stories, and to be the star, and your job is to be his most radiant and proud fan. The very next night might be your night to shine at your own event, and his job is to be your hype man, standing in the background telling everyone how amazing his queen is. A Leo man is actually the most supportive partner in the world when he feels his own light is secure. When you both shine together, you become a sun that never sets. The king and the queen. We have traveled through the 20 secrets of the lion's golden heart today. We have seen exactly what he looks for, what he fears, and what he truly needs to stay committed to one woman forever. If you are a woman who is currently loving, supporting, and building a life with a Leo man, I want you to go to the comments right now and type, I am his queen. Claim your place in the pride. If you are a Leo man watching this and you've been nodding your head in silence, go to the comments and type, true. Let the ladies know that we've cracked the code. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our family here. We are going to be diving deep into the hearts of every sign all year long. And I want you to have the map for every romance in 2026. Remember, you don't have to change your soul to attract a king. You just have to find and ignite your own internal sun. When your light matches his, the universe doesn't just create a relationship, it creates a masterpiece. Stay bright, stay bold, stay you.